With their certificates in hands, these finance, insurance and regulatory professionals and even investors hope to be part of the wind of change in the world of trade finance in Africa. In their profession, change is inevitable, especially in an era where digital technology is taking over, and for this reason they find relevant the seminar on trade finance in Africa.
We are now in a global economy, and as in Africa, we are talking about the inter-African trade. So the issue of digitalization is very important because as a global village, the paperwork and all that, it creates a lot of inefficiency. But now with the digitalization, there is a lot of efficiency that are being brought that is coming in.
I am going home with a lot of information now getting home, I'll go and put documentation in place and relate with some of them that gave me complimentary cards. They are into investment and they can easily, fund some of our generators and make sure that we run as expected.
Organized annually by the African Import-Export Bank, Afreximbank, the Trade Finance Seminar is now in its 24th year. Several topics are proposed to these professionals by experts. Topics like structured trade finance, how to navigate through turbulent times, or how to adopt resilient banking strategies in a rapidly changing landscape.
This type of training is available all over the world, but you usually have to travel to the US, to London, to Singapore. So not many banks can afford to send large teams of people. So when we bring the experts to the African continent, so just from 3 days training, we can train 350 people. If banks were to take a decision to send their staff for training, maybe only one individual would go per organization because it's expensive. So we do believe that by enabling and transferring these skills, more people can then stop rejecting transactions which are otherwise unbankable, because structured trade finance makes unbankable transactions bankable. So the hope is that we will then see more financing going on the African continent.
Over 250 finance professionals and investors took part in the seminar on trade finance in Africa. The final day was dedicated to a workshop on factoring, a little-known practice in Africa that could be a game-changer for the financing of African micro, small and medium-sized enterprises.